Oh shoot, Chad went down.
Hey, what's up everybody? So this is the first week we've been able to fly in a month because the winds have been crazy out here. We actually flew on Tuesday this week. Well, two of us flew on Tuesday this week. Me and Chad did. One of the guys in our group doesn't have a motor right now for some reason. Haven't been able to figure that out. The other guy was out at training. Another guy had to work, so only two of us got to go. Yeah, I brought the GoPro and I brought all my stuff, and it had been a month since I've done a video, so I thought it'd be a pretty good time to do it. And I left the shoe for my GoPro that mounts to my helmet at home, so I was not able to get any in-flight video. And then on top of that, my Insta360 that I use for my main vlogging video, it was cutting out, doing weird stuff. It was giving me SD card errors, so I didn't even record most of that flight. So Tuesday was a wash, but that was still this week. Anyways, long story short, we did not get to fly because it was so windy for so long. I know it's been like that all over the country. So I'm out here north of DFW, and the winds are out of the northwest right now. They're supposed to blow 7 to 8. It looks like it's probably more like 10 right now, 10 to 12. But it's 83 degrees. It's a beautiful day. If it's anything like our flight on Tuesday, it's going to be amazing. Chad thinks it's going to be bumpy. Chad's right there kiting his wing. Joey's over there. He just made it out. He's about to set up. So what do you think? You said it's going to be bumpy?
Yeah.
You always say it's going to be bumpy though.
I know.
I don't know. We'll see. I bet it settles down. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be smooth, but we'll see.
Oh, it's dying. It's dying fast. So
yeah, I mean laminar.
Depends on when we go.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we just flew. Joey hadn't flown in forever.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be chomping. I'm willing to wait a little while and see what it does.
Yeah, I'm excited to get up and I'm excited to fly with these guys. Hopefully it's a great flight and I'll get some decent video for you and we'll get a vlog out of this one. See you in the air. Get the string ready. Not too bad. Oh, shoot, 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 shoot. Chad did a knee drag takeoff. That was pretty wild. Nice. It's kind of a weird day. I might be doing it forward. Oh, whoops. That's wild. All right, we'll see if I can get out of here now. All right, I'm gonna try this reverse. The winds may drop and I might have to set up for a forward. All right, trim's neutral. Got brakes in hand, got A's in hand. It's pretty light. All right, so I was trying to pull off a reverse. I wasn't sure I was going to make it, and it wasn't great. It wasn't super clean. Yeah, I think I probably had about 25% of my wing folded, but it felt like it was still up, and I could still see the other tip. So I went ahead and just taxied a little bit, popped it out, and managed to take off and save the reverse. Also, I didn't turn around as fast as I normally do, so I could feel my GoPro gets caught the line. All right, we'll do a possible foot drag on this field. Trips are neutral. Good deal. brake straps where they're at. Currently have a slight headwind. I think when I go back and turn the other way, I'll have a better wind. Ooh, nice and cool down here. Oh yeah, foot drag, I did it, I'm touching the ground while I'm sitting in my seat. Nice little headwind here. Don't like how close these houses are. I'm looking for another house right now. We're done with the city, we want to move out. So expensive. Now that I'm flying this thing though, I'd really like to find 2 to 5 acres, have a little place to take off, but it's just so expensive. We have to move so far away to get any kind of land. But anyways, that is the goal right now. And when I see houses like that super close together, it makes me vomit just a little bit inside my mouth. It's crazy how much you spend on houses and then just cram them in. I mean, on the plus side, a lot of people like that because that means they don't have to mow as much. Believe me, I get that. Oh shoot, shadow it down. Man, Chad got low on his foot drag and ate it. Some shrubs down there, I'm not going to land it. Let's see if I can check on them. Good? Well, he's trying to start his motor, so he appears okay. That's one of my biggest fears. Well, everyone thinks the biggest fear is foot dragging is you can potentially go down. You know, he had a tailwind, that might have been part of it. Alright, Chad's setting up. I think he's okay. I'm gonna wait for him still, just a little bit longer. I'd rather fly back with him, but I can just go back, grab my truck real quick if not. Alright, we're at sunset. I got 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes. I'll wait. I can see my LZ from here, so I'll wait. We are officially at sunset. 3 minutes past. I'll give him a couple more minutes here, then I'm going back to the truck. Oh, there he goes. He's about to set up. Or he's about to launch at me. Go, 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 go. Yes! He did it! He's off! Good job, Chad. Good job. Good job, anonymous pilot. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and loose up my leg straps. Get ready for a landing. Pull my selfie stick in. Do somewhat. I want to get some of the landing. That seems a little bit safer right there, so hopefully I can get it. Camera stowed. Stashed. Good. Nice landing. Nice landing. Anti. Pop. Pop, up, all the way. Okay, there you go. What's up, everybody? I'm back on the ground with Chad over here. Had a very successful, eventful flight. We had a lot of fun. My takeoff was really interesting. I've never had a takeoff quite like that, at least not that I can remember. I did a reverse. I checked the air first, and it seemed like the wing was pretty good, but it was just a little bit light, not really getting enough pressure on it or enough loading on it that to make it feel really comfortable. So I set it down. I brought it up again, and I was thinking that, you know, maybe I'd be able to save it. And so I turned around, but my visor got caught on the riser line a little bit. And when it got caught, I wasn't able to turn my head around fast enough. And then next thing I know, the wing started collapsing because there wasn't quite enough air. So if I didn't get my visor caught, I might have been able to turn around right away. Either way, I turned around, my wing was coming down. It looked like it was going back into the prop. So I was just trying to like step forward and keep moving forward. And as I was moving forward, I did a quick glance and noticed that my left side was still okay. So I thought, well, if it's good over there, maybe I can still save this. So I just pulled a little bit of right pressure on the side where the collapse was and where the wing didn't open. And I started gassing it and running. I just gave it taxi power and everything looked good. And then next thing I know, the wing popped back out. The lines looked okay, so I gassed it up and I sent it. I hit full throttle and got off the ground. So a little surprised, but I'm sure it probably looked pretty good from the ground. It felt pretty good to save it. Anyways, and we flew out a little ways. It wasn't really that long of a flight. I got 45 minutes. Chad may have ended up with about 40 minutes. I'm not sure. But while we were flying back, Chad had a little bit of an incident. I'm gonna come over here so he can tell you about it. But from my perspective, I was flying behind him, and he'd cleared a power line, and I had a hard time seeing it, so I decided to gain elevation and stay clear of the power lines. And where I was at, Chad was still, it looked like he was still foot dragging, and next thing I know, he went down. He went down. It looked hard. It looked like he was foot dragging downwind, and his foot got caught and tripped on a bush or something. It looked like he totally just fell. But Chad, tell us what happened.
So yeah, most of all that was true. I was about 6 feet off the ground, so I wasn't foot dragging, but I was going downwind, the minimal wind that we had at the time. So risk and reward, people, risk and reward. I knew I was going downwind.
It was only like 3 mile an hour tailwind at the time, I think.
It wasn't bad. And so, but then my engine bogged, and so what's the first reaction? Is you squeeze that throttle. And I did that 4 times, and every time it just bogged more. So I was like, I'm going down. I'm going down in this field. And sure enough, I went flare, and it slowed me down enough. I got about 4 steps in, and it was probably the softest farmland that you could land in. I mean, I took like 3 or 4 steps, and then went to my knees, and then fell forward. And my wing went forward and landed on me. And then about that time, Brandon flew over. So I'm sure it looked just like he said, I was foot dragging and caught. So first thing I did was stand up and I'm like, man, what is going on? So I cranked it a couple times, didn't try to correct the wing or nothing, and it started up on the second pull and hit the gas. Beautiful, revved up, full RPM. And so I was over, you know, correcting the wing, and this fell off to the side from back here. This is my face covering that I always wear. This thing had come off, and I guess it got in the air intake and just bogged me down, because that was it. It wasn't an engine out, it was an engine bog. And as soon as this cleared the air intake, then it cranked right up. Literally in under 10 seconds, the whole thing was over. I mean, it really was that fast, because I was only like 6 feet off the ground. Yeah. And I mean, engine bog, squeeze, 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 feet on the ground, run, face first. It was over. Just like that.
That said, to that point, I've seen some videos recently, just to bring it up, I guess, where people have engine failures and they go down. And the situation can be really panicky, especially if you're low or near cliffs or whatever. And one thing I notice is, this happens to me too sometimes, whenever like an incident like that happens, it's easy to sometimes kind of see the ground and panic and not go through with a flare. And so one video I saw recently, someone was coming down, they aimed well and they dodged some pretty hairy stuff, but they never actually flared that I saw, and that would have slowed the landing down a lot. And I'm pretty sure you still remember to flare, even though you're going downwind, and that'll slow you down from 30 miles an hour to 15 and save injury.
I didn't reactionary flare. I do remember pulling them at least taut, and then I remember right before I hit the ground, I mean, I
just buried it.
Yeah, and it was automatic. Yeah. So that's where, you know, training pays off.
Good job.
So yeah, that was the thing, was, you know, anytime you can go fly, have an incident like that, take back off and come back to the LZ, that's still a good flight. So good time. All right, brother.
Appreciate it. See you, Chad. When I was up there, I was just circling. The sun was getting lower and lower, and I was just trying to make sure that I was, you know, there if Chad needed help, basically. The first thing I did is I flew over him and tried giving the thumbs up, see if he was okay, and he wasn't even looking at me because he was starting his engine. So I was like, well, if he's starting his engine, he's not injured or maimed or whatever. So I thought, okay, that's a good enough thumbs up. So I climbed up, got some altitude just to kind of hang around, and then basically I was just seeing if he was going to lay his wing out, if he was going to bunch it up. If he was bunching up his wing, then I knew he was done, and I just get back and get the truck. From where it happened, once I climbed up a little bit, I could actually see our LZ was really close, like 5 minutes away. So even though the sun was getting down and setting, because I could see the LZ, I just thought I'd just hang around and just see it through, maybe get a video of it, make sure he didn't get hurt further if he took off and had an incident. So, but yeah, he took off probably 5 minutes after sunset, and we just booked it right back to the LZ, landed, no problem. And that was after I had a goofy takeoff, and Jed had a bit of a goofy takeoff on his own. He was trying to work on his reverses, and he ended up setting up for a forward, and it was fine. The forward was good, but he didn't get quite as much lift when he was doing his dirty foot drags, and he ended up dragging his knees, and we thought he was going down, but he just skidded on his knees until he took off. It's pretty wild. Joey got a good kick out of that. But yeah, it was a good flight. Awesome day, a lot of lessons learned, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.